So let's create a dashboard, and so if we look down the bottom here, you can see one of the tab buttons is to create a new dashboard. Here we are, here's our interface. Now the simplest thing to do is just to drag the sheets over into the panel, which occupies most of the space. I'm going to start off by doing a demonstration of the tiled aspects here. So I'm going to pull travel time in. Here we go. And because it's the only element, it occupies the entire panel. When I want to add a second sheet in, if I hold the button down now, as I drag it over, you'll notice you get this grade effect, which indicates where you can place the chart. So on the left, at the top, down the bottom, or on the right hand side. So I'm just going to let go here, and you can see what it's done is it's laid it out automatically. Now, because there was this indicator in my original chart, I've actually got 3 panels here. I'm just going to get rid of this element, and I can do that by tapping on the X. So here are my first 2 charts, and of course I've got this third chart that I want to drag in, which is the days table. So I just grab that, drag it, and I'm going to drop it down the bottom here. There we go. Now, of course, what's happened is it's split the left-hand panel into 2. So this is where we could, for example, use a blank to maintain proper spacing of the elements. So I'm just going to drag the blank object and I'm going to place it over here. And now we've got a 2x2 layout. So you can see here's the first chart, second chart, third chart. And there's all sorts of other elements that we could drag in here, but I'm just going to leave those for the moment. Now, what I would really like is, as this is a dashboard, I'd like these elements to interact. So if we go back to this first element and I single tap on it, there are a whole bunch of things that I can change here. What I'm going to do is this option here, it says you down the more options. I can go down here and then I can say I can customize that particular panel. But one of the things I can say is use as filter. So if I tap on that, you can see that's the same as here. What I've done now is I've linked these charts together, and this is going to be the source one. So if you watch what happens when I click on accounting and finance, you can see that the other 2 charts are updated just to show the information for accounting and finance. So we can see that for accounting and finance students, many of them travelled between 2 and 5 days a week, but the longest travel time was for people who attended 3 days, and you can see that that was for 93 minutes. If you have a look at business studies students, you can see that they only attended 3 and 4 days, and most of them attended 4 days, and clearly you can see they attended for the travel time there was 36 minutes. And that's reflected in this table as well. So the next step, I'll show you the floating layout.